Joining me now is JD Vance, Republican Ohio Senate candidate, author of Hillbilly Elegy. JD, if Biden is just going to kind of respond with a smear or with a "you're a domestic terrorist" or "you're akin to, bulging vein, Charlottesville," I mean, it's this whole litany of the horrific. What should GOP candidates take away from this going forward?
Well, I think Biden has always been one of the worst demagogues in Washington. He's always treated his political enemies as people to just disparage and destroy. And I frankly think that Republican candidates should take away an understanding of how the Democrats now do politics. This is not about disagreeing with somebody. They are trying to turn half of the country into second-class citizens. From the vax mandates to Attorney General Garland going after parents as domestic terrorists, they're trying to make it impossible to live a normal life if you think the way that we think, if you act the way that we act. That's politics in a totally different way, and Republicans have to respond to it. They have to wake up to what's actually going on.
Yeah, I mean, we played that little clip of Biden going after Romney. It doesn't matter who has the R after his or her name. It doesn't matter. Could be you, could be, Susan Collins, if she didn't go the right way. I mean, it doesn't matter. If you're not in lockstep with the far left on whatever their agenda item is of the day, then you are fair game. And that's what the Never-Trumpers never understood. They thought somehow they were all going to be, in for the solutions. They're going to be working across the aisle with the Democrats. They're just laughed at. I'm sorry, they're all laughed at hysterically. So I don't know, your thoughts on that.
Yeah, at best, the people who try to cozy up to the left are going to be treated as useful idiots, which is exactly what they are. I mean, look, at the end of the day, there is this conceit that a lot of Republicans have that if they try to be the good Republicans, if they try to be the nice type of Republicans, the type that the media loves, that they're going to get off with a free pass. They're maybe even going to be able to get some things done with the Democrats. But the Democrats are in a zero-sum political war against Republican ideas and principles. The only time they will ever make nice with a Republican is when a Republican is being useful to them. And if they're being useful to the Democrats, they're not being useful to our movement or to the country.
No, they're betraying the movement. They're betraying the people who voted for them. Case in point, tonight, there's a piece in, I believe it was in Axios, JD, that Republican Senator Bill Cassidy of Louisiana, who came on this show and debated me about that infrastructure bill and tried to say that I was like kind of naive or pessimistic for thinking that the Democrats were just going to play all these Republicans and ram through the reconciliation and the infrastructure at the same time in tandem. Oh, no, that's not going to happen. He kind of laughed. It was really condescending. And now he's complaining, oh, it looks like they're not playing fair. I'm like, yeah, moron, we tried to tell you that in the beginning. Sorry, I'm being uncharitable. But, I mean, these are the people we're electing to office, yet they don't seem to know politics, JD.
That's absolutely right. All of us were saying 3-4 months ago that if you give them this bipartisan win on the infrastructure package, they're going to wave the bipartisan flag with one hand and shove it down your throats with the other. And that's what they're doing. They got their big political win, and they're taking all the things they promised wouldn't be in the infrastructure bill. They're just putting it in the reconciliation package. We got played. The Republicans who played along with this stuff got played. Luckily, there were those of us like you and me saying this is going to happen. Hopefully they listen to us next time.
JD, thank you. Great to see you tonight.